entrepreneur, Michele Kubiak. Welcome to the show.
For having me. It's an honor to be here.
All right. Awesome. Well, let's start off by telling a little about yourself, how long you've been doing this, all that good stuff, Michele.
I've been a full-time realtor since 2001. I started with Prudential, which verged into Berkshire Hathaway. So I have been with the company a very long time. And I came from the customer service industry into real estate. And one thing I'll always remember is I lived in a condo community when I first got my license, and I was putting a flyer on the mailbox. And one of the neighbors told me, "Oh, I don't like realtors." And I was like, "Well, tell me why so I could be different." And so that was like just an indication that I needed to really focus on customer service and bring what I learned before real estate into the industry. So I love what I
Awesome.
do.
No, it's
Yeah.
obvious, and you do very well, and your team's awesome because I not only are you in my coaching, but your team has their own coaching time, which is great.
Yeah.
Love working with them. Right. So awesome. So give us a little about like your progression. Like you started off doing this and and now you're up to X amount of deals. Give us a little idea of your progression through the years.
So to a fault, I actually don't stop. I ask for help. I have always asked for help. What could I do? I stay up with the times. How can I help more people? And I mean, I've always done open houses, go door knocking. I've cold called. I just do all the things that will help me be able to help more families buy and sell real estate. So, um, and just getting my systems in place. It took me a long time figure out which systems work, and a lot of it is communication, not just closing a house with a buyer or seller and then they never hear from me again. I mean, you spend a lot of time with your clients to where I just feel like, they become your friends, and it's not just, I tell them I'm here for the long haul. I'm here for afterwards. If you have a question a month later, a year later, um, every time when the year comes around, when Clark County is sending out those tax cards, that if you don't fill out the form, your property tax is going to go from 3% to 8%. I make a note to reach out to everybody that bought a house that year. So, I mean, it's really just staying in touch with your past clients. I really love everybody I work with. Um, it's very rare I have someone doesn't that I don't ever want to work with again.
No, that's good.
But
And
yeah,
that goes to show your communication skills and like you said, your training prior to in customer service can't hurt, right?
right, for sure. And even like when I have a listing, and if the market's slower, I'm constantly marketing. My clients get a marketing email just about every week. Uh so that they know what I'm doing on the back end, because I'm not one of those agents that's going to put a sign up on the yard and then my broker gets a call that they haven't heard from me. I mean, this is the biggest sale and biggest purchase somebody will make. So I want to make sure that they know that they're getting the service that they deserve.
No, that's great. No, it's true too, because it is. It's people's investment. I mean, it's their number one investment. For a lot of people, it's their retirement account. It's where they raise their children. It's where they get married. And it's also their best investment and their best tax shelter, right? So
Right.
to me, even when I joined the business, I was shocked at how, I mean, you can really take a course for 2 months and get your real estate license, and now you have a license to sell, and you're helping people with their most valuable asset, which when I joined, I was like, wow, this is really easy to get involved with for the amount of benefit for not only them, but for you, right? So it's pretty crazy if you think about it.
Right. Yes. And when I first started, I was thinking about this. I was telling my team yesterday, I didn't even have a cell phone when I first started. I had a pager. And um, yeah, that's aging me, but I had a pager. I didn't even know how to use a computer. And, I taught myself a lot of things. However, our brokerage teaches us new forms of marketing that's going to help get them sold. You know what I mean? But so now I know how to use the computer and I don't have a pager. So that's a lot of the progression.
Yeah.
And
Isn't it great? It's amazing what you can do with this, right? To
yeah.
market your, it's absolutely crazy if you think about it.
Yes, and we didn't have GPS. So when I first got my license, I had to rely on the directions on the MLS printout. So I'd go drive around the night before I was showing a buyer just to make sure I wasn't backtracking and going from one end of town to the next. I wanted the route to flow when we were touring homes.
Right. Awesome. 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 And rumor has it that not only are you out there selling real estate like the Energizer Bunny, but you're
Yeah.
also in movies now and then too. Is that true?
Yes, I am. I had my first speaking movie role about 2 months ago. It was a pretty decent part, and the script had changed because somebody didn't show up, so I had to learn my script right on set. I'm like practicing, and thankfully, like when you read out loud, you retain or when I read out loud, I retain more information. So I'd go in the corner and practice my script. And I was in before you two had their residency. I was in the crowd, like they were filming a music video, so I was in you two's music video and a couple other movies also as an extra. And it's fun work. And one of my friends, Nicole, helps a lot of people get into the industry for film and so forth. And there's a lot more coming here. So it's a lot of fun. You
Yeah,
never
with
know if you're
Mark
going to,
Wahlberg.
yeah,
What's that again?
you never know if you're going to be in the right place at the right time, right?
Exactly right. And and you know what? Working hard, puts you into those opportunities. So congratulations. Yeah, Mark Wahlberg and a few other people are starting to make Vegas even more popular. Even though a lot of people like to film in Vegas because really, I mean, it's a pretty cool place to film, and everybody loves coming to Vegas.
Right, for sure.
All
For sure.
right. So you've been doing this a while. You're obviously a top producer. You've been in real estate for a while. I mean, you've been tearing it up. So if you could narrow it down to your three most important things you would tell them, like these are the three most important things that I would focus on to be successful in real estate, what would those be?
Treat it like you would be working 9 to 5 with for a different employer because it's your business. And um, how busy you are is the work that you put in. What you put in, you get out.
Yeah.
So definitely treat it like a business. Communication is huge with your clients. Um, Being honest. Um, and if you don't know something, you just ask for help. There's always people willing to help
Yeah. Okay,
and
cool.
work. And it's really work hard. Just do the next right thing. Do the next task in front of you, and get your systems in place. I could go on, but I know you only wanted a few.
No, you can give us a couple more, but I would say that let's just talk about what you do on a daily basis. Like, I know that your part of your schedule is working out every day. I know part of your schedule is talking to X amount of people. So maybe give them an idea of your schedule every day. I think would be helpful.
Well, myself, I work from the office and I am here by 9 or 10 in the morning. It depends on if I'm stuck on a call or email from home. Uh, but I come into the office and treat it like a career, and so that I'm not having any distractions. So I come in here, I do my follow up with my clients. I will set up my marketing campaigns. I will also cold call if I have a need um, for to get a listing or open house. I will door knock before the open houses. I do a lot of open houses because they work. So my pre-planning starts on Monday for those open houses. So, and being here for my team, and getting my assistant and producing, doing her tasks as well.
So cool. Yeah. So you guys, I mean, because there's what, 4 people on your team. There's you and 4 others, right?
So I have myself, 3 agents, a transaction coordinator, and then an admin that does all the back end work that doesn't require her to speak with clients.
Right. So you have 6 of you total. So that's great. And
Right.
you guys could, on some weekends, you guys have sometimes 3 or 4 open houses going at the same time, don't you?
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know Tanya just made her first sale on your team by an open house, and it was 118 degrees out.
Yes. Yes.
People show up.
Yeah, she almost talked herself out of doing the open house. Um, because she wasn't sure if people would come in the heat, and they did, and so she were waiting to hear on that. And then Renee just took her first listing, so they're all producing, but they're putting in the work, and I feel like we're in the footwork business, and the results just follow that footwork.
Yep. No, that's such a great example. That's a great way to put it. You put the body in motion, you do the right activities, and then you seem to get luckier and luckier all the time, right?
Right. Right.
All right, cool. So okay, so and you guys do business from, like, you work your sphere, you do some expired, some for sale by owners, some just listed, some just sold. You do a tremendous. Tell them a little about your social media campaign too, because that's pretty impressive as well.
Right. So we do. We work expireds, notice of defaults. We do the open houses. The social media, definitely. We have video content, reels. I grew my Instagram a couple years ago from 800 followers to over 3,000. I think I'm at like almost 3,500 now, just by going to classes. You still got to always learn, and I have to go because, I mean, marketing wasn't my thing until I got into real estate. So I'm always learning all of that. And the social media, yeah, you're right. So we do market our open houses by creating events. Like if you were going to have a party for friends, and you create the event on Facebook, and then that invites the neighbors just through the algorithm. And just from one event, I had got 3 sales from creating that event.
That's
So,
awesome. Yeah, and it's like anything else, right? Consistency, whether you're calling FISBOs or expireds or around your listings and sales or door knocking for an open house, social media, videos. It's about consistency, right?
right, for sure.
Yeah, you got to be consistent. So, what's your frequency? Like, what social media platforms do you use? And tell us a little about your consistency in doing it.
So Facebook, as you could see, is consistent. My assistant, she posts on the stories twice a week, and then a video twice a week, but it's different days. So it's just streamlined to where it's 4 times a week on Facebook, same as Instagram. Use LinkedIn just for agent connection, or just I market to all the platforms because you never know where that buyer or seller is going to come from. You
Right.
use TikTok, uh, X, which used to be Twitter. I mean, it's everywhere.
Yeah. Good. Good, good, good. All right, cool. And the same with your calling, right? You guys have every one of your team members, I know because I coach them, has a number. How many people am I going to talk to per day?
Right, right.
Cool.
So I don't know what goals they set with you, but it's 20 at least a day is a good number for
Mhm.
conversion.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think Kathy is at 20, and Renee and Tanya are at 10 each because of their goals. So that's good. So that
Right.
means as a group, you guys are making 60 contacts a day. You know, 6 times 5, that's 200 a week. I mean, do the math. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out. You talk to that many people with energy, enthusiasm, intention, expectation, you're going to get some business, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right, cool. Anything else that I forgot that you want to mention to them about real estate or about being an entrepreneur? Or, like, remember, we are independent contractors running our own business. Anything else you want to tell them?
No, I mean, just really schedule time off. I mean, that's a big one because, like, I will work myself 7 days a week from 6 in the morning till 9 at night. And so I have to take some half days. And sometimes I try to save Sunday for family, which is my husband and three pugs, Pugville.
I've
and,
seen your video.
but
I love when you put them on social media too, Pugville. They're cute.
yeah, welcome to Pugville. But so that's really it, is just to make sure to schedule some time off also. Sometimes
Right.
when you have a lot of homes under contract or on the market, that doesn't always happen, which is fine because, like I said, I love what I do. I want to make sure that all my clients' questions are getting answered.
Yeah.
So if they call or text me Sunday, I'm not gonna not answer their text or call. I mean, this is a big deal and stressful for buyers and sellers.
Yeah, it really does help when you love what you do, you enjoy people, you enjoy helping them achieve their goals. I mean, we really are selling the American dream. When I started the business, that's what they used to call it. You don't hear it called that much anymore, but that's really what it is, especially today with our inventory being so tight. Home ownership is going to
Yeah,
become, I can tell you, like, our kids, okay, home ownership is going to be totally different by then. It's already changing now. Like in other countries, it's, the houses are passed down from generation to generation. They don't even have that much of an open market. I mean, we'll always have it, but can you imagine the premiums are going to be if the inventory stays as tight as it is right now? It could be really expensive to own a home.
right. Definitely. And especially with a lot of Californians moving here. Um, Even though there's people moving from other states, like 30 people a day are moving here from California and 90 people total. So, uh, yeah. And they're bringing
Yeah.
their
Well,
money from it,
yeah.
and harder for families or to get homes.
Yeah, they're selling their properties there that they've owned for years and coming here and buying their place cash or close to it and still having money left over. And with the cost of living and the tax situation, makes a lot of sense for people to move here and the Scottsdale, Phoenix area and other parts as well, especially from California because it is. Let's face it, I love California. It's a great state, but it is a little expensive compared to here.
Yeah, that's why I moved here from California, San Luis Obispo area. I moved here 30 years ago because the cost of living and some other things. So,
Yep, it's definitely a great place to be. All right, well, Michele Kubiak, I just want to say thank you very much for taking your time out today. You are a rock star. Really appreciate you sharing your wisdom with these people. I'm sure people got some nuggets out of it today, so really appreciate you taking your time out. Thank you.
oh, my pleasure. Thank you for having me. Have a good day.
All right. All right, you too. Thank you. Bye, everybody. Thanks, Michele.